This is the picture I drew 2 years ago.
What a half intro. I'm the game hero.
I'm Ollie. There's a cat and there's a dog. The kitty is sitting on the Wii Fit board, so she wants to exercise.
Yeah, if you hear any like ice cracking sound, I'm holding an ice pack up to my head because it's helping me out.
Boy, your fly is so cold now.
Yeah, I'm also very far from the mic. Like, there we go.
The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have faded. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
I actually have to check this one because I remember this one being the contradiction of being super weird.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This guy shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh.
Does it? They're just shadows, dude.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
That helped a lot, actually.
Okay. Should have had you take your temperature. Make sure you don't have a cold.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Let's just press everything.
Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized.
Why was he the judge?
Detective Goodman was placed in charge. I'm a little bit tired. Voices are mixing together. Everyone's confused. On the direction of Damon Gaunton on the sky. 2 or 3 days later. Memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? She only have one color to work with.
Yeah, and also... Yeah.
So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him clearly. I just thought I had a super cool superhero. It's Spider-Man! The landing was so bright, I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Bless you, Kitty. Poor Emma. Just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed?
Stuff. After that, I must have fainted.
Makes sense.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint.
Or she got smacked on the back of the head.
Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
I agree with Edgeworth. I want to know what happened, but also, like, maybe.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Hey, the rules suddenly feel pretty swapped, huh?
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talk to the detectives?
That's a fair question.
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, insinuating the detectives did.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a certain chief. No, of course not. I'd better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright? Is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well...
Yes. The weapon.
That's strange. This is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, There's clearly a contradiction here.
The weapon.
That could also just be that she doesn't know how to draw a freaking knife, though. It looks like one of those, you know the big spatulas that they use to flip burgers on the grill? It looks like one of those. She's like,
Yeah, you had this big spatula for burger flipping?
It honestly looks more like a flat chisel.
okay. Okay, so I feel like the weapon, is, oh god, where is it?
You just passed it.
No, I feel like it's the actual thing that killed him was the broken part of this, the part that's missing. And I feel like the reason the tip wasn't found and everything was because it's hidden in here and yada yada. And then...
The tip of the knife was found. It was found in his chest.
No, look, listen. Read the autopsy again, dude.
Weapon
found in wound was missing tip.
Yeah, but the tip was found in his chest. Do you not remember that?
Yeah, but I thought they didn't match up.
They said that the wound didn't really match up, but the tip was found in his chest.
Well, that would mean that what was in his chest didn't match the wound.
Yeah.
However, comma, I don't know how to prove that contradiction here.
I can tell you have the right line of thinking, and you're on the wrong statement.
Well, yeah, I'm not actually gonna present anything. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to present.
Right. I don't know the best...
So this is the weapon that the tip of it was found in his body.
Yes.
But that is not what actually killed him. What killed him is the missing piece of this. So, how do I explain that?
The cat looked at me, then looked at the dog. Like, you seeing this?
Shirt.
I wish I could give you advice without giving it away. And this one...
It's also the screwdriver, which I thought was weird. Because I still think this is involved. I wonder if I can actually see what... Oh yeah, AI 16.
The 16th AI.
What happened to 1 through 15?
I don't know. Someone probably
You
burnt
can
it.
examine this, though.
AI 16 is written on the tag, and it has nothing to do with the current case. Phoenix literally was like, ignore this. This is nothing. Look away.
Wait, hold on. Let's thinky think here. Let's thinky think here. Can we not get, like, prints or something from this little... Look at... Because you see this, right? The discoloration right here?
Yeah, it looks like sweat.
Yeah.
Or like old blood stains.
Yeah.
Bless you, cat.
Bless you, kitty kitty, I love you.
As of now, is when a small tap touch into the was used the instant 2 years ago, and it has done many victims. I wish I had a way of like explaining this to you without giving it away completely. Because you have to present something. I'll tell you now, you're not looking for what the weapon is right now.
Oh, okay. I'm not. Okay.
So
That's what caught me off guard about the picture, though. Whoops. Wrong
yeah.
button.
So
Is there a way to move the text box?
no, you just what the only thing that you need to see is what's on the top half, anyways. And
Okay.
you've already figured it out.
So I've already figured out that the weapon is wrong.
So I'll tell you now, what you need to present doesn't say what you need to prove. What's like odd here?
Okay, so what I need to present is not, hey, you drew a weapon that doesn't look like a weapon.
Yes.
Because at this point, I'm not trying to prove that she drew the wrong weapon.
Yes. Think about the chain of events for the SL9 incident. Specifically with Emma's thing. Just Emma's thing.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm thinking.
Do you need me to run through it real quick?
No. Shut up. Let my brain think.
Riveting commentary.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
What I was trying to lead you to think about was the fact that while the autopsy report doesn't say it, and you'd already figured out that like the I'll let Phoenix explain real quick. I had to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
1, being stabbed in the front. 2, wrong weapon. 3, it's all shadows.
That's racist.
What? I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us.
Cool.
What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy reports?
This?
No.
Do I point here or do I point at the actual weapon that's happening? Because he's being stabbed in the front, not the back.
Yes, but think about something else. Think about like how his body was found and what would contradict how his body.
He was also laying like this, so the roles would need to be reversed. Basically, what should be here theoretically is he's walking towards him and then there's a knife in his back. Oh, I just had a very vivid memory of an anime scene and I can't think of what it is, but there's the one where Inuyasha.
Okay.
Spoilers, Kohaku. Where he stabs Sango in the back and she like walks forward like.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of.
So continuing on with this.
Sorry.
What in this picture contradicts how the body was found?
The fact that he's like this. Because he was found laying on top of the assailant.
Okay. That's not...
Face down.
That... But what... No, okay, let me rephrase this. What, like, that would be put in the autopsy reports?
He was stabbed in the back, but he's facing forward. The knife is coming to his side dish, front dish, not the back of him. So, I'm gonna help you out a bit here.
The knife tip was found in his chest. So why does this image contradict that?
Because it looks like he's gonna stab him in the freaking head.
If the knife
and he's covering his chest.
If this knife tip was in his chest, why does this image contradict the autopsy, where the knife tip of that knife in his hand is in his chest? Do you having trouble here? With how the knife in his hand, the tip is in his chest?
Well, because, I mean, she said that was the moment where they were stabbed, right?
Right.
So this is what she saw when they were stabbed.
Yes.
So this wouldn't make sense on that front because he's still holding it and it's not in his chest. But also he's holding his chest as if something was stabbed into him already.
There was only one stab wound, according to the autopsy report.
Yeah. So this.
Yes.
It's Y, not A.
You got there eventually. The contradiction, of course, lies here.
You gotta admit, though, a lot of what I said was also a contradiction.
There's a lot of contradictions here, but I'm trying to get you to go through them one at a time. Take a look at the knife the man's holding. Listen, I can't reference a series we've already done, but I'll say there's a moment where like I have everything figured out, and it's like you still have to guide everyone forward, step by step.
Mm-hmm.
If you look closely,
Step
you can
by
see
step.
you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. I need to sit up real quick.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
Also, whenever like I kind of let that side, I wish you could see like the way I put my fingers up to my temple.
Yeah, he does the thing that like they do in anime where they go, ugh. Like the really smart people when they like hold the bridge of their nose because they're like idiot. That's what he does.
I actually do rub the bridge of my nose when I think you're being too stupid. Like
to be fair, there were a lot of contradictions.
There was, but I was trying to help you.
It was just figuring out which contradiction I needed to point out at this moment.
And like I said, the contradiction for this one isn't actually listed in the autopsy report because the autopsy report does not list that the knife tip is found in his chest, which is stupid. Like, real quick, can we just pull up the autopsy report and point that out? It doesn't say that. Oh, sorry, it's... Weapon found in wound was missing tip. That's really... I guess that's what it's meant to be, but it's really awkward phrasing, right?
Yeah.
And it says it here. A knife tip was in the wound.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like it should have it better in detail. Anyways...
She's in her to-go bag, and also she was playing with the Pepsi cap, and it was making me very happy because it was cute.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Are you here to steal my glory again? And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
Hey, you're in the way.
That was a great look at Marshall there.
Yeah. I didn't hit A. It did that on its own.
We'll never know what the judge said. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. The tip was found in his chest, dumb.
Ash.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. Hi, cat.
Children.
Yep.
Best friends, oh.
The cat.
Run away from sister. Sister is mean.
The cat always scares the dog off. She's interested in the ice pack I had pressed in my head. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible.
Hi, baby. I protect you.
Tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body.
I love that he's so terrified of the cat existing.
Yeah.
Because it means that I get cuddles and I get kisses.
Yeah, but if she wants to cuddle, it means the dog is gonna run away from you.
Yes, and also feel very betrayed.
If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
Baby, thank you for the kisses.
That's right. What does this mean?
Didn't hit it again.
Yeah, that happens a lot. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body.
True.
The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
You know.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. But you got mad at me for it. Just like it's very passive aggressive. I believe you were annoyed. You were annoyed at the time.
I was gonna say I believe someone was a little testy when I put that theory forth.
Oh my god. This game is great. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Oh, let me blow my nose. Have you forgotten already?
Boop.
About a little something called falsified evidence.
Hey, remember that thing that they gave you and then you got all the shirt for it?
Yeah, that.
We're back to this. We have come full freaking circle.
You're treading on thin ice, right?
I'm gonna have to fork you to get you out of this mess.
Alright, sorry about that. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged.
Oh my god.
What a dramatic reveal that we put off for 2 minutes to discuss something else. She looked at a dog like, you seeing this?
Shirt.
It's so slow in the uptake. And he's like, I'm just done with you. Can't deny the possibility. No! Ugh!
Is it just me or does Edgeworth look like he has a really fat booty when it does the zoom out?
I don't know, I haven't been looking at his ass. I mean, I usually look at the witness.
Nah, look at that. Look at his booty next time.
Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. Your favorite thing! The police department and the prosecutor's office...
Off and slam it into my head over and over and over.
The police department and prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. She's gonna call the dog while we read through this. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questions Joe Dark along with Damon Gant.
And that knight with a cool skirt on its hilt.
During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him, and he was killed by Dark. It's my belief that somewhere in this story, there's a lie. It's you again. You're so... give me the dog. Come here, buddy.
No, okay, I'm good. No, okay, I'm good. Just baby.
You have to play again.
I know. Okay.
Go.
Hi. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
The dog is trying to give everyone kisses.
Yes.
No, stop. No. Calm. Okay. If that's true, then there's no other way around it.
Now he's killing both of us.
This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Well, you see...
But a new car! Gant's just in the background. He's like, a new car! Take it and get out of here.
Just like the same chances of winning $1 million. Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one?
There's another one.
Just like friggin'...
But it's not a knife.
No, there is another. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simple observational error.
Guys, you want to know what historical event happened today that we can date this episode with?
What happened today?
The Battle of the Joshes.
Right! Oh my god.
Little Josh, dude. Little Josh came out on top.
The Josh above all other Joshes. I completely forgot about the Battle of the Joshes.
Oh, dude, I was thinking about that all day at work. I was like, can someone just bring up the Josh battle so that I can talk about it? No one did.
I
had all old people in my life.
Yeah. So, there was a battle of the Josh Swings, and there was a battle of the Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Little Josh won.
What was he, like 5? 4?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. It can't be explained away by a simple observational error. That was such a random tangent from
I'm sorry, it popped into my head, and I don't know why, but I was like, that's right, that was today.
Mr. Wright.
Mr. Josh. In that instance, Josh really did see a broken knife.
Everyone in this case is named Josh.
I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife.
Yep.
If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
Cool.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. That's just broken shield.
Wait, where's the part of it that's actually wait, where's the part of it that I present then? Because we don't have the...
How can you showcase what was there, what would be in that office on the day?
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside his picture. See, he has the halberd.
Mm-hmm.
I was making sure that's what you need to show.
Well, I was honestly going to present the shield and go, see how it's missing part of its freaking thing?
He stabbed him with the shield. This is the picture of the award, so...
That's Edworth, not the judge.
I know. I'm losing track of voices. What is it, Mr. Josh? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Josh is holding.
I thought we were going to do another zoom in where it like highlighted the halberd even more.
I thought it just zooms in on the tip.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof, I should say.
That's a broken knife.
technically a halberd.
Not a knife, honey.
I mean, I guess, like, in that state, it's basically a knife, but also no. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Josh Swain's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. That explains what's on there. Anyway.
Did you see the booty?
No, because you pointed out right, too late. We never know when the zoom outs are coming, so I'm never prepared. Josh Swain was awarded King of Prosecutors that day.
Alright, we'll just always look on the left side of the screen unless you're reading. Okay.
As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife, halberd. When he chased after Josh Swain, he pulled out this knife. Can you just snap a piece? At one point, he snapped the knife off the trophy without taking the K off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, without destroying the K or the shield. He basically just, like, slid it out. Which is not at all how that would work.
Yeah, like, it's basically like, he just like, okay, guess I'll just slink.
I mean, if that is how it worked, then man, that was very crappily put together.
Yeah. I mean, he did manage to somehow break it off, the thing in between the K and the shield.
Yeah.
Which, on some level, is kind of impressive. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. He was from Texas, he should have. I mean, well, at the very least, he liked Texas stuff like his brother. I mean, the way he's dressed.
Well, I'm just confused as to why he still had the award with him.
Don't you just run after...
why would he run after him with the award?
I know.
And be like, dude, dangerous situation.
Well,
I'm just gonna go ahead and rip this off.
I imagine, like, the situation was he,
I assume he ripped it off before chasing after him.
Yeah, because he did go straight from the award ceremony to the interrogation room. So I imagine right after Joe Dark escaped, he ripped it off to chase after him.
Yeah, that's the only way that this makes sense. So that's what we're gonna say is what happened.
This broken knife was the... Okay.
You already read it.
Oh. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Josh? Because if the King Prosecutor Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Prosecutor Josh Swain. I just forgot about the Josh.
Well, who's to say it's not? He did flop onto him like an idiot.
This whole case is Josh and us. Oh!
Did you see the booty?
God damn it.
I even said it very early in
You
that.
did. I'm focused on the Josh.
No!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here?
He got a boo-boo. Because he slipped. Because he's stupid.
He just slipped and fell on his own knife. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Alright, who is it? Who's saying it? Me! Wait! I remember now! I remember everything!
Well, there goes my eardrum. Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth!
What is it? Okay, we're done with the Joshes, I guess.
Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
I knew it! This picture! I'm the one who drew it!
You saw her blinking, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked... No, she went like...
No, I did not see that. I just saw her blinking.
No.
I didn't see her do the rolling blink. Mm-hmm. No eating. What? You drew that?
That's right! The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture! All this time I've been trying so hard to forget! I must have locked this part away deep inside me. I'm 16.
Gross.
I'm 16. We're 16.
Perhaps it would be best if we add this to the witness's testimony. What?
And also know why the hell she knew what the blue badge was ahead of time.
Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky? I swear to God, this...
Yes, Your Honor!
We'll never escape this song. It's just gonna start appearing in random games we play next. We might be doing a lot of Badger coins tonight, and I hope to God we can escape the song somehow. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting.
It's not the blue badger. Something else. That they then turned into the blue badger.
My recollection.
Da, 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 da.
No!
Please let that play the whole time.
No.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward the both of them.
I got
think
stuck.
I knocked away the man with the knife.
I've gotten Stockholm Syndrome for this stupid song.
Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
What? This is certainly most unusual.
Because it wasn't created yet, according to you.
I think they even say that here. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. See? That's why I was trying to make sure you knew that, because the game was going to make sure you knew that. That means he even did. Take two. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Imagine.
In
Phoenix's brain, that's what happened.
I think we've had this imagined scenario several times because I mess up talking a lot.
I didn't hit it.
Stop! Please! Don't pursue this any further!
Lana?
When did you get up there?
Everyone's on that stand. Everyone's here. It's like the freaking Smash Bros. Ultimate of a witness stand.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. See, I told you it was the defendant's
But
chair.
you can't do this! I've already confessed to the crime! Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor Sky. She just makes that sound.
No, she does what Amaya does when she burps. She goes...
We've already come this far.
Oh, the toy is in the bag. I would have just squeezed it near the mic.
The bag I threw away?
No.
Okay, thank God. It's too late to turn back.
Fork.
Silence. God, not even like order, just silence. Shut up.
Shut up. He's just like, STFU.
The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Are we even still in defense? We're kind of working against our client at this point.
Right now, we're just kind of existing, honestly.
What are we? Who am I? Bailiff,
Bailiff?
please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. It feels like we're just like an outside participant in this now.
I'm excited.
Save that for later.
No.
When I saw that man raise his knife...
Alright, right. Press everything and then figure it out from there.
When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark. I'm not doing the Josh Swain bit anymore. I did that enough.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, at least I think it was him.
I'm so not used to having to say anything.
You think? Yeah, you actually have two characters in the courtroom right now.
I know, it's weird.
All I could really see were shadows. They were spooky.
The power outage that immediately preceded that incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So then you...
I panicked and rushed toward the both of them, because I'm stupid.
I look forward to future games.
Still, not your fault, but woof, man.
Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done?
Sit there and hide.
I mean...
Duh.
If only you would see someone about to get stabbed and be like, okay, and just duck and cover.
Well, no, okay, so literally we had to do the stupid, like, active shooter
Training at work.
training thing. We had to watch this stupid video. And, literally the things that they say are run, hide, fight. Those are the three things you're supposed to do. First, you're supposed to run. And if you can't get out, you're supposed to hide. And if that doesn't work, then you're supposed to fight. So Emma literally was just like,
Oh God, someone's gonna die. Whoop! Better jump in.
Well,
skip right to plan C instead of going A and B.
well, this was also, like, not just her life at stake in this situation.
Yeah, but they also, in the video, they also say, leave everyone else behind if people are arguing with you.
God, American,
Well, because it's like, here's the thing.
It's
if
all
you
about...
don't get out, you can't help other people. If you're trying to help someone in there, and you both get killed, then people outside that you could have warned not to go in there or things like that, or people you could have helped out there while you're waiting for the paramedics, aren't going to be helped.
I guess so.
He was supposed to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. Well, as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. It feels like Phoenix was meant to say that last thing out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that at the time.
No, it's okay. I just reads his mind.
When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
He reads Wright like a book.
I think I knocked away the man with the knife. I went, Ptsh.
What do you mean, you think?
Imagine she just like...
She tackled the guy on the ground?
No, she puts her hands like this and she goes... like a cat. Going...
Freaking Raptor-Claws.
It all happened so fast. It went whoosh. And I was in shock, like, blah! I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stop the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
One day Ollie will be used to doing commentary again. What you do is very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next?
Well, I don't know that I would say brave at this point, because right now I'm thinking sad things.
Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. And that creepy music played in my head.
Are
It
you
was
sure
weird.
about this, Emma? Please confirm.
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
Wow, very my bet.
My brain does not remember music
Okay.
well at all.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year.
It's like my brain hears it, but like somewhere between my brain and me getting it out through my vocal cords, it like gets like jarbled.
Quick, let's do a freestyle rap using the Blue Badger theme. Da 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 da. You seem to like zone out the moment I suggested that.
Uh-huh.
It's like
I thought if I zoned out, you'd just drop it.
the Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department.
Yeah, it was.
I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere.
I'm telling you, he's the murderer. See, look, the red on the stick, that's the blood.
Gonna come and kill your family while
In
you
your
sleep.
dreams.
Gonna haunt your dreams. You'll never sleep again.
Now I finally remember.
Oh,
boy.
brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. This thing has been involved in pretty much every day of the trial.
Yeah.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow.
My god, he's like one of the friggin' Foot Clan. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile? Yeah, that's definitely a way to phrase it.
Winning smile and single tear trying to drip from his eye.
Kill me.
That's. He's suffering. That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
Just let me die! This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago.
Could it not have? Because I feel like it could have.
The witness must be mistaken. That may well be.
Yeah.
What's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation.
Yeah, the devil.
If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this Blue Badger really? The Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Do you think like the chief of detectives saw this picture? It's like, I have an idea.
he's like, that's it.
Like,
that's the thing that's been haunting my dreams. That's the mascot.
Like Goodman had to run it by like him, and he's like, by God, I have a great idea for plagiarism. Yet she's certain that she saw its shadow.
What?
Ice is great, ladies and gentlemen. It is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, There indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Dun dun dun!
Oh, look at her. She's so happy. She's
Isn't-
like, you're
Ooh,
crazy. Yay.
she's like, ooh, science.
Science! Mr. Wright!
In
I
this
don't
room?
think it's very nice to call him a something.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Yeah, excuse me, you referred to the blue badger by his full title, Abomination. What is it the witness saw in that instance? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike.
No, right? Right?
What?
But, like,
Do we have anything else that could even closely resemble it?
Chief Gant's hair.
If only. Nope, things just went from crazy to what the
Fork.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this!
I
But
mean,
that's-
was it like upside down? Is that what happened?
What exactly is that?
I feel like we're looking at it upside down.
I believe it's some sort of jar. I think. We're not quite
But
sure.
Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Yeah, it doesn't make me want to gouge my eyes out. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain old jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Or viewpoints? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Oh no! Da 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 da. Time to rotate it.
Oh, this way. Okay.
Make it look. Make the blue badger.
I'll
I'll
how
tell
do
you.
I get this to look? How do I? Oh boy. How do
You-
I get this to
You
look
have to
like
angle.
him?
I'll tell you now. You have to angle it very weird, and it's very touchy.
Kind of like this.
No. It's a good thing I give you the reference point. I remember them giving you like a guide in the background. I think that's in the DS version. If this goes on too long, we will make a cut.
Because my initial instinct is to just flip it upside down,
Okay.
but
Like I said, you have to hold it at a weird angle.
like that doesn't make sense. Because also, what would make sense is showing all of these points like this.
Yeah.
Because then
I'll
that
tell-
point would be up, and then those would be down.
Yeah. Assume you have to present it exactly like this though, with one handle broken. Okay.
With one handle broken? Okay, so then... Oh no! No! The rotation of this is terrible.
It is. You also can use the bumpers to turn it.
Wait, really? Oh, that's so much easier.
Yeah, but you're going to rotate it like that, clockwise and counterclockwise.
That's fine, because I just want to do this. Do you think it'll accept that?
No, because I had to do this and it takes a while. You have to angle it just right. So, I'll tell you now, angle it back, like push the back like that. See?
Oh, I see.
You gotta
Think it'll take it there?
No, you gotta get just right. It's very persnickety. You have to like basically make it so that the base there looks like one of the balls. Like that's on its head. So go back to where it was. I think a little more down. I think that's it. And Y to present. This isn't... See, I told you, it's very persnickety.
Persnickety. Shut up!
It's...
Shut up! Shut up!
Okay. We're gonna do a quick cut here until we get this. We're gonna... Since you have this now... So here's what it looks like in the DS version, so you have a better look at it. So you can
Okay.
try... We're cheating a bit, because, like, I helped her get there, now we just have to get it there.
I think like that, yeah?
That looks right. What the f-
Fork.
You!
Da 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 da. Blue badger jar. Okay. We are actually... Okay, I know I said this bit will get cut, but we are actually looking at a picture of this thing to try and match it.
Like that?
It looks right. Like I said, it's very picky. Like, that looks like the blue badger. As close as you're gonna get. Game. It's so picky.
Okay, it looks like you need to see more of the base of it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Hang on. I think that's the best image I'm gonna get for this.
Fork.
This is the worst. This was the I wonder if this was better on the DS.
It had to have been. There's no way.
I mean, you had to use the stylus to adjust it.
Like that?
They look. I think you have to lower the base down a little bit. Cause like, see how like the base is slightly covered there? Yeah. That looks right.
But it's like.
It's so picky. Come on!
Oh, you do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna get it right either.
This is so infuriating.
This is the worst bit of this entire game. This entire I don't mean like just Ace Attorney. I mean like I don't mean just the first game. I mean the whole trilogy that we are playing this on. This is the only time you have to do something like this.
I think that's too far.
Really? Screw you, game. I went a little too far. Well, is this a miracle or what? So we had to go a little farther. We are both simultaneously flipping this off. No one can possibly deny the jar's resemblance to the blue badger.
Apparently they could when it was a millimeter off, though.
No. It can't be.
Did you see his butt?
He is kind of thick. I think that's the back of his coat sticking out.
That's his butt.
Alright then. It can't be. It's a millimeter off. Do it again. Order. Order. Defense has proven its claim. Have we? This is very circumstantial. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. I actually forgot to restart the timer because we cut there. So it's starting again. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar? That doesn't change anything.
No, put someone else right there.
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this? Now that we know the witness saw the jar.
It'd still be in Gant's office. I think it would be on Gant's side though.
Because think about where that jar is.
Yeah, I think it would be on Gant's side. I guess it wants me to say location then.
Because we already proved the murder weapon was different and like what she saw was a little bit different.
Yeah, and
Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At the very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime.
Hells
It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marsh did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. I mean, it's the same room. You just phrase that really weird in my opinion.
I know. I'm like, they're phrasing this so weird. It didn't.
It
didn't happen in the office, and I'm like, but it did happen in the office.
It didn't happen in the office. It happened in the office.
Yeah, it didn't happen in the office. It happened in the office.
Now on NBC.
Yes.
Now on Peacock. Are
Yeah.
you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? Screw Peacock. That's a dumb service. And from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office.
Hey, remember when I said they change the floor.
Anyone else wondering? This is just an odd thing. Why were two detectives posing with the prosecutor? They didn't really know that well for that picture. I guess it was because they were all working in that case together. Just
Yeah.
I guess so, but it just seems odd because
I feel like they might have been working on other cases together before too, because Lana seemed to really know
Marshall.
Neil Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, what he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, Chief did it.
I finally
I'm sorry.
figured
First,
it
we
out.
gotta have the entire background fade away for this dramatic moment for Phoenix. Doesn't his hair look like a spaceship? Sorry.
His hair looks like a porcupine to me.
No, it looks like a spaceship.
He's Lawyer the Hedgehog. So this is Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though.
Oh, really stopped.
Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. We are so close to being done with this part of the trial. But also this is going very long, and the recording is going to go very long. But we're literally on the last thing, if I'm correct, according to what I was looking at. So just keep going for now while I check.
In
this
the
again.
next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, the judge has a brain. If I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on...
What would he have hit?
Sorry, hold on. Let me sit up here. Alright. Ah! Same.
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes.
I started to figure it out when she did her testimony, but I wanted her to not be proved.
And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, it would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility?
I don't want to dig through all the footage to find where I said, oh, Emma did it.
Yeah.
But it was there. I said it like 4 times. And then halfway through this trial, I went...
We might have to do something unprecedented in the history of this series, which is stop in the middle of a trial day, right near the end, and then pick it back up, or at the very least end this recording. And
Go
then,
on the recording.
yeah, we're gonna end this recording and start another one so we don't accidentally wreck this file.
It wasn't my baby's fault.
Let's keep going.
It wasn't her fault.
Did you pick up your Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
It wasn't her fault.
Of course the portrayer would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright? What's the matter?
Don't say it.
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall,
Did she faint? Did she scream? Did she run away?
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with their own testimony. This is unprecedented. Freeze! You okay?
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, you okay?
Joe Dark murdered prosecutor. How can you think it was Emma? Oh, not that face. We don't like that face. That face isn't cute. That face is actually kind of ugly.
She's scared.
How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you.
That was kind of funny.
The tension's broken. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with that. Wait.
I mean, it's not like they can charge him anyway, because it's over and done with.
The case?
Yeah, it literally closed.
Yeah. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Technically we can.
I mean, we can.
But it's gonna be like a phone call and a long train ride away.
Yeah, we kind of have to be like, hey, Maya, how's it going?
Can you make like...
Are you able to connect to dead people yet?
How fast can you get to the courthouse?
How fast can you get to the courthouse? Furthermore, how fast can you connect to the spiritual world where Neil Marshall and Joe Dark are? Thanks.
This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. God, I hate geese.
Geese are mean.
Touche, Miss Sky.
Touche.
Of course. Don't bring up that stupid ad. Of course, that leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly.
True. It said 10 minutes.
He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one matter or another.
The cloth.
That's...
Nope. That's impossible.
No, we're looking for like an actual message.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. It's 10 o'clock. Where's your phone?
Up there.
God damn it.
The cat. Do you see what the cat's doing?
She has her paw on the other controller.
She's like, I'm playing too. I'm
She's
playing.
helping.
I'm helping. Tiki-piki-doo.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why you didn't just use my phone.
Yes, F you. You're making me do this. Yep.
Baby.
Okay. A message from the deceased? Does such a message exist?
Probably.
I've got to think back to the court record. Rumors names the victim may have left behind.
Doesn't exist.
There's no murderer.
Can you imagine he says all
Neil
this
Marshall
and then he's
is
like,
still alive.
can you imagine he says all this and then he's like, it doesn't exist, and the judge is like, but didn't you just say it did exist? No!
Technically, Edgeworth did.
Yeah.
The message from the deceased is already in our possession.
I know, but sometimes it pops up that option when it's Ben Phoenix asserting something before.
Yeah, just like, alright, time to give
Mr.
up.
Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Why does Lana remind me of Sango?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because I'm kind
Do
of.
not be mistaken, Miss Sky.
Yeah, I agree.
He's upset too.
He says, no, she did nothing. She is her bestest friend and friend no do harm. I agree, Pupper.
He also can't get off the couch.
No, he was barking because he heard someone next door.
Yeah.
You're so cute.
And yes, that is his bark, everyone. That tiny trill that sounds like a freaking bird. That's him barking. Yeah, that.
Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth.
Wow, not in red this time? Okay.
The truth is no longer that bad, no matter how painful it may be.
I just want to know how this all gets back to Goodman. Because I kind of forgot that that's what this trial was about.
That's true.
I forgot. I was so busy thinking about this part that my brain hasn't even begun to like put the rest of the pieces
we completely
together.
forgot that this is technically the trial for the murder of Goodman.
Yeah.
No,
that's why I was
Wright.
kind of like, this doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. They can't convict her of anything. So, also accidental. So, no charges.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased.
Okay.
Actually, they
okay, hold on.
do explain that in this world, accidental murder is still murder, and that's what they explained in Turnabout Goodbyes when Edgewood tried to confess. What looks like it has a message? This is a message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right?
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? Yeah.
If that thing could, I'm sure it would. It can't
for
talk.
sure.
Kill me.
Kill me or I'll kill you.
We turned this thing into like an Annabelle doll. Looks like everyone's forgotten. This is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean?
Look at the blood.
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
A deadpan face. Connect the dots.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Wasn't me, I swear.
Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood. I'm losing track of whose voice is whose.
It looks like, you know when you do the like heart monitor?
Yeah, it does.
Beep, beep. He was just actually drawing that his heart rate is slowly dying.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Time to play Connect the Dots.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
He used a few precious moments left
10
to
minutes.
him to leave behind a message. You went from very sad to very happy.
Well, I like the idea of playing Connect the Dots with blood. That sounds very interesting. That's some kind of clue that I would leave. I'd be like, dot, 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 dot. All right, connect them so that you know that it says Elmo.
Stop touching me, Elmo.
Boy, wall behind you.
Sorry about technical difficulty this.
There was a scaries. Also, I don't like that they keep saying the few precious moments. He had 10 minutes.
One that someone apparently wiped away. The cat is sneezing up a storm. Come here.
No, Papa.
One,
No, Papa.
one that someone apparently wiped away. Or blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent.
No!
Mr. Wright? What kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Connect the dots puzzle.
Your Honor, these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Imagine the blue badger theme plays for no
I
reason.
can see that it's gonna say Emma, but imagine it says Lana.
Imagine it says anything not Emma.
Can it just say something that isn't Emma?
There's only one thing the victim could have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name.
Alright, so time to make it spell Lana so that my entire heart doesn't explode.
Time to make it say anything except what it's meant to.
Are we like, did we like pull someone's blood to do this? Like, what are we connecting this with? Like a red marker?
I imagine it's, I'm not exactly sure, but we're definitely doing it. I imagine like, it's like we put a copy on screen.
Do you imagine Emma's just sitting there going, no.
No, I imagine it's like, science, unconscious, unconscious, unconscious.
Alright, so Lana. I just make it say Lana.
Just like write anything under else but what it's supposed to say.
Yeah. I wonder if I could. That would be funny.
That would be funny. Imagine you somehow get to say Edgeworth. You see,
I get to say Chief Gant.
It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence.
This isn't even the case that you're trying to prove, though, dude. Can you just, like, leave it alone?
It's related.
Go away!
That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. That's not how I wrote that.
I wrote that with way better handwriting.
Yeah. In fact, why'd you specifically curve the edge of the E like that? Like, he had to specifically write it like that.
They also did, like, the weird, like, bleh with the M.
So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Where?
Of all people.
Where's my baby?
Unconscious.
Okay.
She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye.
Dude, those 10 tuplets are...
Seaworthy, can't say I didn't warn you.
You definitely still killed Goodman, though, so I'm okay. You're gonna go to prison. And if you didn't, I'm gonna lie my way to make it so that you did, because I hate you so much.
Chief Gant.
Do you think Phoenix has a knife on him? And
There's a lot of knives in this room right now,
and do you think there's a way that I could get this controller to make him stab him?
Yeah,
in the eyes.
It's a cheat code.
You just go...
The murder cheat code, where you become freaking...
Slice him down the center.
Freaking Mortal Kombat style. Fatality. To understand the implications of what you've done.
Yes, I also understand that I am gonna do my damnedest to prove that you killed Goodman and that this whole case is your fault.
What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case. Were you not?
Once again, zoom in on those eyes. Psychotic.
Ew.
That doesn't look like the face for Edgeworth.
Yeah, he was not shot. Bless you.
Bless you, kitty kitty. Don't worry, we'll go get you allergy meds tomorrow, sweet pea.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death.
I wouldn't say innocent. Because he did kill those other people, yes?
Yes.
So... not innocent.
Just not guilty.
Just not guilty in that specific case.
Not only that, but used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Not that he knew.
Didn't? No.
Ah!
Alright, now he was shot. Phoenix has got it.
But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
There we go. Alright, good. Glad Phoenix is paying attention. Well, yeah.
Maybe I should dye my hair. I'm afraid that's not important.
Bench? That's the whole reason he was sentenced to death and not just, like, locked up.
Actually, most just single murders are the death sentence in these games.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It's a very aggressive system.
America, take notes.
Okay. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
Okay.
I hope you're kidding.
Honestly, I feel like single murderers honestly don't deserve to go to prison sometimes, because like that's worse than just dying. Whereas like a lot of serial killers deserve to have to live and suffer in prison, where people will beat the crap out of them 24/7 and suffer.
Yeah.
And death is just too easy of an out for them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
The other thing is we usually aren't loose with the death penalty because our investigations can lead to, being wrong a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you know we aren't what?
Defenders of justice.
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls upon the prosecutor in charge.
Incorrect. Go kill yourself.
Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied.
Do you think if he pulls on that tie hard enough, he'll accidentally choke himself?
I'm 90% sure that's a clip-on.
Damn it.
Like, because it doesn't loop around, you can clearly see. Like, when he adjusts it, you should be able to see, like, the wraparound of his tie, like, around his neck. Hell, even just here, you should probably see some of it. Despite what anyone may say, that fact cannot be denied.
I would still like to think that he will just
What's going on at the prosecutor's office?
die.
They might have sent an innocent man to his death? Have you guys not heard the whole Von Connor thing? How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order! 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 Caviar, please.
I mean, it wasn't his fault.
The gallows pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows.
I know.
To be continued.
To be continued.
I've been the Game Hero.
I've been Ollie.
Well, enjoy this especially long episode of Leading the Blind. We'll see you guys next time.
Everyone be sad with me. Also wish the cat a bless you.
She is very sneezy. She's going to the vet tomorrow, don't worry.
Yeah.